The best investment is
This is Tim Kim, producer of Sports Card Radio. Currently at Auburn Trading Card Show. We're about to go inside and see what people think is the best investment in the card industry. So let's go.
Best investment, and this comes from me personally, Legends. If you invest in Legends, you know you at least got something going on. It's hard for me to invest in guys that have not hit a baseball field yet, basketball, whatever it is. It's hard for me to invest in rookies because I don't know what they're going to pan out to be. So Legends.
Right now, I'd say Topps Chrome Update because they have the shields, the debut patches. So if you can pull one of those, which are very, very, very hard to pull, obviously, one-on-ones, but you get most bang for your buck there.
So my first answer would be to just get out right now.
Yeah.
But if I had to stay in, I would say go vintage.
Super Bowl winning quarterback rookie autographs. That's what I would say.
What is the best investment in the card industry?
Well, for your mental health, probably running away.
As you know, with me,
What do you think is the best investment in the sports card industry?
I'd say vintage.
Vintage?
Yeah.
Why vintage?
Just because it stood the test of time. We're not worried about who's going to be injured this season and what's going to happen with their career, what kind of bad decisions that they're going to make. Wander Franco, stuff like that. So, yeah, vintage.
Ooh, so my personal opinion, I think the best investment right now are the lesser-known rookies from the NBA class. Brandon Miller, Keontae George, Bilal Coulibaly. It's a really good class. The cards are all overshadowed by Victor Wembanyama. Next year's class is not good. There's not going to be big chasers. So I think getting those big rookies, the golds to the 10s, the 25s, I think their market is going to go a lot higher because they're really good young players, and Wembanyama is saturating the market. There's so many Wembanyama cards. His cards are going to end up decreasing in value when I think their cards are going to increase in value.
In my opinion, you can't go wrong with De'Aaron Fox scoring 60 points yesterday, so.
De'Aaron Fox.
I would say anything Sacramento Kings, man.
Best investment in the sports card industry. I'm going to have to go with whatever Sports Card Radio recommends.
Fleer!
Vintage Hall of Fame baseball players such as Mickey Mantle, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, Ty Cobb, Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, and the best players of all time are the ones that are going to hold their value in the future.
What do you think is the best investment in the card industry?
Top loaders.
Top loaders.
Man, that is a good question. I think I'd probably, I know it might sound like super oversaturated, but I mean, Wemby's killing it right now. You know what I mean? Like, he just dropped 60, right? But I mean, it's tough because his prices were already high, but the fact that he's delivering, I mean, that seems like a safe bet, in my opinion at least.
Jared Goff, Lions gonna potentially win a ring this year, so I think Jared Goff's a good investment.
Personally, I'm stuck in the 90s. I think that Michael Jordan is probably by far the number one investment. My PC is him. My PC is Kobe Bryant. My PC is Ken Griffey Jr. And those cards over time, I think history tells that those cards do go up.
Well, besides the vintage, I would say, I guess Michael Jordan's vintage too, but I would say Michael Jordan, the graded stuff.
Right now, absolutely, hands down, vintage. Anything vintage.
Vintage baseball. Anybody that is going to put money into Burrow or Tua, just don't. Get yourself somebody who's not going to get a DUI on their way to practice, and get yourself somebody who's not going to catch a domestic violence charge, because that market's going to continue to go up and up and up and up. No worries.
Best investment in the card industry currently is sealed wax. Save it, buy it, keep it, don't open it. It always seems to have the best ROI in the long run. You look at any of the Pokémon sets from the early 2000s, those go for thousands and thousands of dollars now. Look at late 90s, wax like basketball, baseball, the Topps Finest, the Bowman Best. Like, that stuff goes for big dollars now. I mean, we can even go into the expensive hobby stuff, which was exquisite, and back in the day that was only like $5,000 a box. And now we're talking $50,000 a box. It's wild. So buy wax, save sealed wax. That's my honest truth about it.
Ooh, that's a tough one. The market keeps changing. I would honestly say Victor Wembanyama, though. I just think that Victor is one of those prospects you look up to every 25 years, and you're just like, you got to have him. Not only because he's a very talented player, he's got that wow freak factor, but he's just a really humble guy. I think a lot of people respect that out of him.
Grand finales, by all means, out of 50, especially Michael Jordan grand finales. Any rubies, precious metal gems, they'll always go up.
Vintage Mickey Mantle. Honestly, the volatility of today's modern up and down, a little tough, a little challenging. I think if you're thinking about mutual funds and feeling good about what you're buying, vintage Mickey Mantle, graded. That's what I would do.
Cards that are graded at a high rate, like an 8, 9, and 10. There are very few of those available at any given time. There's people who build sets of that nature. So having raw cards regraded to get a grade is probably your best investment. If you have a lot of raw cards as you were at a collection, you want to probably pick out the best ones and have them graded so you know what the price is and you don't have to depend on anybody else.
Currently right now, the best investment would be alternate art Pokémon cards.
Slab frame. You can show off any slab you've got. We make them all custom just for your card.
In my opinion, I think things with low pop will maintain intrinsic value. So those are kind of things that I go for, actually. Yeah, specifically.
Okay, I think the best investment sport-wise is football. I think the best player right now for football to invest in, maybe Saquon. But I'm an Eagles fan. I think you should invest in what you like, because your PC cards are never going to have a value. They're a value in your heart.
This is the most insane package I've ever seen in my life. These edges are flawless. Can we grade this packaging?
Who did I run into? Sports Card Radio.
What's up, guys?
Live.
We're here at the Auburn Trading Card Show. Absolutely amazing. Free parking, free admission. Got a ton of people here. Pokémon, sports cards. Everybody from Reno, Sacramento, from Stockton. Amazing show.
What's good? What do you recommend buying or trading?
Cheap stuff. I love the cheap stuff.
That's what I like
over
too.
Here's got 4 for $1. I got some 50-cent cards. I love the cheap stuff. The more expensive stuff, I like to take my time, look up the prices, and check the condition. But anything cheap,
that's
can't
cool.
go wrong.